one of the things I kind of thought was hilarious was, for some of the spells that Dan casts.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, whenever he goes to cast Enlarge Familiar on Yuki.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna copy the text and then I'll post it in the chat and see if is there any way we can get a macro put in there so we can be like, this is what he's actually saying.
I mean, I could probably set up a timer for it, but I have to do it off stream.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, that makes
Probably won't
sense.
worry about it tonight then, but
Yeah, though, when we get to the point where we have 4th level spells, I'm gonna have a talk with you about certain things because the way things are going in the campaign, we're gonna be very limited if we don't make a ruling on this.
I see.
Yes.
I see.
Also, I made a spell that potentially Dan and/or Wick could learn, but we have to wait till they can cast 6th level spells.
Oh boy.
So,
see, that'll be
ironically,
probably closer.
I didn't realize till just now, but that would continue the meme of the all summoner party because it is a summoning spell.
Ooh.
I mean, if you wanted to have us be an all summoner party, you'd have to wait for me to be level 9 in Ranger so I can actually get 3rd level spells.
I mean, you could have taken Summon Animal, which is 2nd level spell.
Meanwhile,
Love
I'm
the
just sitting
idea.
here. As everybody else is getting levels, all of a sudden, Egg Dragoon just intensifies. That's a wave of summoned animals just washes over at me.
I'm just imagining we're fighting the big bad, and all of us just walk up and summon something random to the fight.
Yeah,
Well, we
just have
chill
a
and they bully.
whole army.
To be fair, that's kind of what I
Raptor!
get to do when I get my 4th level slot.
Apes!
I'm not saying which summon spell I get, but I get a good one.
Raptors! Elementals! Heart!
Oh yeah, when I get
Yay!
to 9th level, I can also just take Conjure Elemental.
Oh boy.
Warlocks. It's fun.
By your powers combined, I am Captain Chult.
Okay, now I seriously want to look into see if there's a Captain Planet like campaign you could do. Imagine how stupid / fun that would be.
It's just it's like 4 elemental wizards and then a bard to represent heart.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, otherwise just gotta sit and relaxing here. Any points of order we need to address? Any other good happenings going on with everybody?
Not too much aside from this Saturday will be the first official session of Saved by the Spell. We had our session 0 offline to make sure everything worked, and several interesting things happened. The craziest of which is Bob seduced a body pillow that was alive.
The fact that it's Bob, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, no. Like, he hadn't even intended on. He just intended to be nice to the thing, and then kept rolling high charisma rolls. Like, I'm talking 2024. So this thing, despite not even being from this plane of existence, literally is in love with him. And now he's like, I will learn a spell to summon Baggy.
God, I love D&D.
Also, hey, El Robot, thanks for the resub. Yes, Elfaret, that was gifted by our druid, who believes the best way to heal people is to punch them.
It's like, ow! Hey, the burning sensation means it's working.
I mean, true. He is hoping to do his best Drax the Destroyer impersonation, and has committed completely to he does not wear shirts because he also has sensitive nipples.
Nothing goes over my head. I will be able to catch it.
Exactly. The worst part is that we have 2 straight men in the group, and they're already at their wits' end. And for once, I'm not one of them.
No,
Never
you
mind.
get the enough with dealing with our group of idiocy.
Yes.
I just played in session 3 of Wild Beyond the Witchlight on Sunday, and really establishing the fact that everybody else in the party, except for one player's Bladesinger, is, has had interactions with Feywild in various capacities at one point.
Yeah.
Whereas the wizard is more or less the straight man who's the complete Debbie Downer that's always a stick in the mud. And that dynamic is really driving the party hard, and we love it.
Oh yeah, I have embraced. Just a sec, I actually have a picture for it. One sec, I'll drop in the chat. Well, I'll drop it in Discord, and then I'll see about dropping a link in chat. But I have very much been like, you know what, wisdom. My character doesn't need that. He's a wizard. He needs to be a smart boy.
Ah, yes. Smart. S-M-R-D, smart. S-M-A-R-T, smart. Ah.
The only reason he has any charisma is because he has a drow, and that's their default stat. But yeah, no. This is how I'm sewing up my entire character.
Listen, I'm but a simple idiot wizard.
Look, just tag me next time and switch to Wizard for Sorcerer, and then you got my character.
I mean, I can neither confirm nor deny that.
I didn't, like, it's, again, just like Joe Cat said in The Crack Night, just because you can cast magic doesn't mean you're smart.
Exactly.
This is true.
But you are a charisma caster.
Mm-hmm. You can be persuasive, just not necessarily wise or smart.
And unfortunately, I just exited Discord, so give me 1 second to bring that back up. Computer, why are you like this? At least chat can still hear me.
Mm-hmm.
Though apparently it has not killed me out of the call.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yay for slow processing power.
No,
Yay!
it usually doesn't when you actually click off the Discord.
Well, that's good. If it'll just open the windows, then we can switch on over to the live screen and get started. Discord, please. But yeah, no. It might have been while thinking about the fact that I'm playing with a character who's basically Drax the Destroyer that I created a spell that is just a weaponized pun.
Fantastic.
No, I feel dirty.
And it's not vicious mockery? Nani?
Well, let's put it this way. Would you rather have Vicious Mockery or its much hardier summon-based equivalent that's 6th level?
See, I like that, but I also like Vicious Mockery. You summon Colin Mockery.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Someone actually made that a spell. I have
know,
to
and
type
it's-
it now.
Here's the beautiful thing about that. Colin Mockery actually saw it and said, if I had the time, I would do that every single time. He actually was like, I like this. This is This is just my type of stupid.
Mm-hmm. I love Colin Mockery.
Yes.
Yeah, he is a gem.
All right, but we're up on the live screen, so whenever you're ready.
All right. I just grab my notes for the session proper, get the music all queued up, and then go ahead and kick it live. Welcome, one and all, to session 18 of Chult of Personality! When last we left our expedition, Wick, the Squashling Cleric, Elise, the Wood Elf Ranger Fighter, Zeno, the Half-Elf Sorcerer, Enoch, the Human Warlock, and Dan, the Half-Elf Witch. Our party was in the process of rescuing the stranded crew of a crashed airship named the Star Goddess. However, they were besieged by a trio of Gorilla zombies, 4-armed undead gorillas. Our heroes managed to fend them off, sending their decadent corpses crashing to the ground below. Dan utilized their last remaining scroll of Arcane Gate to get the majority of the crew safely to the ground, whilst Enoch and Elise secured the remaining 2 crewmen onto conjured apes to carry them down safely. Whilst resting for the night, another Flaming Fist patrol happened upon the party and offered to escort the stranded crew to Camp Vengeance. Our heroes departed from the wreck, but were besieged by a strong typhoon. Seeking shelter in a nearby cave, our heroes were besieged by swarms of centipedes, and then later narrowly survived the thrashing at the vines of an assassin variety. As the party tends to their wounds, what other dangers and sights await them as they plot course further on their way towards Omu and Ataaz Yklwazi? Let's find out. For the sake of brevity, we'll leave off, we'll pick up basically the next morning after that harrowing encounter.
Yeah, I need the hit
You
points.
master. Yep, you rest, you gain your hit points, all of your features.
I almost forgot to open my sheets up. Whoops.
Alright, so. That's right. Apparently in my notes. Oh, why did I do this? Alright, so the next morning, you begin to set out. Alright, so you managed to make your way over there. And, let's see. Draco, go ahead and roll percentile for me.
Okie doke. 34.
Let's see. 34, that is for that table. Okay. As I'm gonna go ahead and get that map set up.
While that's happening, Enoch will just turn to Wick. Wick, did you finally remember to do the Healy spell?
You see his tiny little eyes go to pinpricks. Yes.
There we go.
I am a healer once more.
Before we forget, bug spray, everyone.
Yes.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh. That. Gotta get both those in.
I'm down to 34 of those, by the way.
I'm at 36.
I'm at 11, but I didn't buy, I just made my own.
I am also at 36.
I'm also glad I just checked. I still have a healing potion. So if there's ever any more mistakes like last time, I'm prepared to help at least one of us.
Like, good thing you do, because I used mine.
Wick crosses his arms.
Well, after the last two times actually, and this has happened where I switched my spells for a healing spell, I have finally decided that I am now going to have 2 healing spells on me at all times.
I think
That
that's
is
actually
smart.
a good idea. Yeah.
That is very smart.
I wish I could do Healy magic. It's mostly just the smash or blast. There's
I
also
I
mean-
can try.
Smashing and blasting is fun.
certainly does.
I would try to heal, but unfortunately, with my luck, it might end up badly one of these days.
Do you
Mm,
actually have any abilities that don't explode things?
No.
you don't know prestidigitation or?
Or I do know that. I mean, who doesn't know prestidigitation?
Yeah, I was going to say it's like first
Like-
spell you learn.
That and Mage Hand, the two most valuable things you learn in the magic world.
Stairs and didn't learn any magic.
Look, if you did, you'd know that those are extremely useful.
I mean,
I don't have mage hand, but
conjures dancing lights.
That can be useful, especially in a cave.
I can also fix stuff and stop people from dying.
That is extremely useful in our situation.
I'm more about messing with people. I make fog clouds, I can charm people, I disguise, but mostly I use Moonbeam and destroy everything that tries to attack me. It's really useful.
Yeah, I was real scared about that crazy hand thing I learned how to do. Yeah, I figured that one out like a couple of weeks ago. I was just practicing stuff that while everyone was asleep. Went up to a tree, touched it, watched it completely like turn to dust, and was like, you know what, I should worry about this.
It's a mix of horrifying and really
Really?
cool.
Yes, right?
Well, for a second I thought that that's just what my hand did then, so for like 2 days I was afraid to touch myself with that hand.
Hmm.
Yeah, there was a process of elimination. Like I said, I didn't learn any of this.
You're a more learn while doing sort of magic.
I
It's
guess.
okay. It's okay. I don't really learn either. Sometimes I just wake up after talking to Shanty, and they said that they gave me a present, and then I have a new magic.
That's convenient.
Yeah, that's actually kind of nice.
Shanty is very nice.
Still at the top of the list.
Agreed.
Yay!
All right. Well, as your group is currently moving forward through this section of the jungle, I'm just about done here.
Like above game, I'd like to imagine that this is the conversation we're having on the boat,
Yep.
or where if we're walking, whatever.
Yeah, at this point we're walking.
I was about to say, Enoch is not pulling this boat.
No, I'm just imagining everyone's in it. Enoch's at the front pulling. You
I'm
can
one of the
do
only
it,
two people
Enoch.
here. I'm one of the only two people here with a positive strength score.
Yeah. I don't need to lift things. I have magic.
Ironically enough, for him, like my strength is 0, but at least it's not a negative.
Mine is negative.
I got really lucky in that none of my stats are negative anymore.
I've got a 9 in strength. Because it was my dump stat.
This is why I like point buy.
Mm-hmm. All right. As I realize I drew some things on the wrong layer. Oh no.
Hooray.
Let's see, token. No, those are the token layer. That's right. Yeah. I could go ahead and pull you guys over to the battle map. Yeah. As your party is currently sailing down this section of the river.
Oh, so you're on a river.
Yep. Kind of making your way down. Well, Wick and Elise, you two are the only ones that notice this. As you're traveling down the river, you see there's a few collections of growths that are flanking the sides of this river, like some bushes and some tree roots and whatnot. You're the only ones that see this, but There are. You hear definitely first. You hear movement, then you see the tops of some small amphibian-like heads as they begin to poke their way out. And I gotta move these to the right layer. And dang it!
How many
Don't
times
do
do we?
it.
How many times do we have to teach you
great.
this lesson?
Don't do it.
Serious.
Don't do it.
This
Ah.
has
I'm warning
ended
you.
poorly.
Don't do it.
Yeah, surprise! There's a group of grugs that are brandishing their weapons towards you, and I need everyone to roll initiative.
We have
I-
destroyed
I
so
beg
many
you,
rungs.
roll 20. Please let me roll high this time because I want to do this.
All right.
God damn it!
Okay. What? Why is it? That's weird. You should have asked me if I wanted to make it public or not. That must
yeah,
be
it
brand
does
new.
that sometimes. I don't get why.
Let's see. That's
Yeah, like I noticed a few things. Roll20 I think did another update with the new compendium stuff because I opened up my sheet and my armor class dropped to 11, and I was like, no.
Jeez. Yeah, I know they said they were making some changes, Roll20, which has me cautiously optimistic. Maybe it'll be some good stuff, or it'll be horrible. Who can say?
Caitlin, what's your DC?
You're probably faster. I
Yeah,
have a 0 in Dex.
It shows.
Alright, so I guess I'm going first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see. Those grungs are that. This grung rolled a. Let's see, where are the. There we are. There's the character sheet for that. Wow, they have a +3.
I mean, I would
Alright.
imagine Grung have good decks, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I see a red grung. I don't believe we've encountered those yet.
You have not.
Maybe this one will learn to run away after the first culling.
Maybe that'll be the smart grung.
We need them to start learning.
We gotta let one live so we can tell the rest.
Well, we did that, but it was in a totally different part of the jungle.
That's true. You know what? Fair.
Alright.
So I'm assuming all of the blue is where the riverbank is.
Yep. Yep, everything between those two is the river that you are currently traveling in.
Okay.
I think I made that the right size.
It's actually much larger.
Ah,
A way we found is if you get Milla to allow Dan to have an aura, and you just set it to the size of Moonbeam, then you'll know how big it is, and then you'll realize it's much bigger than you thought.
yeah, let me check Moonbeam out. Because I think it's like a 5-foot radius. Yeah, 5-foot radius, that's what throws me off. I think I've been making 5-foot diameter.
Ah, there you are. That's where the segments are.
Let's just say in
Five,
session 0 of
right.
Saved by the Spell, we had to fight a lot of zombies and found out, oh, it's much wider than we thought, which is good, because we have a horde.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. I'll make the aura blue. Oh! Okay, so that's like... I'm gonna move myself off the canoe for a second so I can trace this, basically. Okay, so like...
Yeah, we've been doing rookie moonbeams this entire time.
Rookie
jeez.
moonbeams is both a scary and funny concept.
Okay, that is the correct size. Alright, I will put myself back where I belong.
Dan's moon now looms more ominously.
As if it wasn't scary enough before. Now it's twice the size.
Also scared that apparently one of them knows plant growth.
Yeah, right? I just was about to say that same thing.
Yeah, as the red grung, Wicked Elise, you two notice that this grung begins to wave and cast at a small stick, and a bunch of plants and vines begin to grow, and they start to encroach, and they begin to snare the boat that you are currently traveling on.
Where's the plants?
Let's see, basically within 120 feet. We'll see basically the entire river up to, actually, let me just draw freehand with green. We'll say an area about this big. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Enoch
Fellow
decides,
caster.
as a guy with a sword for a hand, I'm probably gonna have to cut all this.
Alright, so Dan, you're currently surprised because you didn't notice this, as is Kawasha. Next up will be the chieftain. You see him point at the lot of you. Wicked, at least you see him point at the lot of you as he begins to hop over here. At least you're the closest one. He's gonna take his short bow and he's going to aim it at you. Alright, so that's a 24 to hit for... and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 8.
You fail, so you take 8 points of piercing damage and 7 points of poison damage. And that concludes his turn, which will then bring us to you, Elise. You are not surprised.
Alright, well. She's gonna look at this guy that just shot her and said, "Good try, now watch me," and I'm gonna bonus action Hunter's Mark the boy and take my shot.
Okay. Use mark.
27.
That hits, roll damage.
10 piercing plus 6 points of Hunter's Mark, max Hunter's Mark damage.
Nice, for a total of 16 points of damage. You shoot him in the shoulder, and he lets out a painful croak at that. But that's not all, I'd imagine. But wait,
No,
there's
because
more.
I have a second attack.
Go ahead and roll it.
Oh, nice.
27
Do it
again.
twice.
Yeah, roll the damage plus your Colossus
Another 11
Slayer.
piercing. 400 Mark 4 Colossus Slayer, so there's another 19 points of damage.
Yeesh. Yeah, you shoot him right in the gut, and he practically almost drops to one of his knees at that. Anything else?
No, I think that's it.
All right, Wick, it's now your turn.
Let's see. Defense. I'm just reading something real quick here too. Do I want to do that just because it'd be amusing?
It sounds like as best a reason as any.
How concerned are we about the grung right now?
Well, first question is, how deep is the river?
The river right there. Let's see. It's pretty murky. You can't see the bottom.
Might be mildly problematic.
Oh no, I think I know what's happening now.
Do I want to? Do I want to? Do I want to? Do I want to? Hop. Splash.
All right. With the vines that are on the boat, they are. Let's see. For every foot of movement, it requires 5 feet of movement in order to traverse it. So.
Look at him already slow. I think I can maybe make 2 squares. It's probably about half right there.
Yes.
And let's see. I am going to do Spirit Guardians. Level 3, obviously my companions are safe.
Alright. Let's
15
go
foot
ahead and
radius.
get you an aura. 15 feet. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Alright. So that was your action and your movement.
Yep. And I don't think I can do another spell for bonus actions, so I think that's all for me for now.
Alright. Zeno, you are currently surprised, which will bring us down to the Grung.
And they're surprised too, right?
The Grung? Oh no. Let's see, how smart are these Grung that are on the bank next to you, Wick? They're not that smart. They're gonna go ahead and begin to hop towards you.
Okay.
Let's see, I believe that's a wisdom save, yes?
I believe so. Show spell description. Here. Must make a wisdom saving throw, yes.
Well, they both fail.
Good.
And as these two Grung just go to leap into your aura, they fry instantly, just because that's all the health that they've got. And this Grung, as it steps over towards here, seeing how his companions are fried, it just kind of looks over and croaks at something at everybody else. Instead, he's going to... I believe they've got javelins. Oh, they've got daggers. Well, he's gonna take a dagger and huck it at you. That will be a soft 20 to hit, and I need you to make a con save for me, Wick.
Okay. 13.
You pass. So you only take 3 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Also, I just imagine as soon as they jump to the aura, 2 like little pumpkin children just land on top of them.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you do get 2 third-level pumpkins in there.
Yep.
Transmute into pumpkins.
Oh no, the pumpkins just grow out of the
Like-
corpses. Waste not, want not.
Wick sees the 2 coming. You made a big mistake.
Come on, give me a hug. I dare you.
Let's see. Elise, you're gonna get a dagger. Yuki's gonna get a dagger. Enoch's gonna get a dagger.
Oh, what did Yuki do to them?
Let's see. For Elise, that's a 10, which will miss. For Kawasha, that's gonna hit. He's gonna need to make a con save. He fails. So 3 plus 3. He takes 6 points of damage.
And that reminds me, I need to actually make another con save for my concentration, I think. That is concentration, isn't it? Wait, is it?
Yes. So DC 10. Con save.
And I think I have advantage because of Warcaster.
You would, yes.
12.
Yep, you
Okay,
pass.
I win.
Alright, for Yuki. That's gonna be a dagger hit towards Yuki. I need a con save from her.
Alright. Come on, Yuki. With your +0 in con. Natural 20!
Atta girl!
No!
Yuki lives! With taking 3 points of damage.
Luke, Yuki lives!
Nothing.
Alright, and one more dagger for Enoch. That's gonna be a 23 to hit. I need you to make a con save as well.
Yay. Another nat 20.
Okay, so you only take 6 points of piercing damage.
Back to where I started.
Actually,
No.
wait, did I do that right? Hold on. Actions. Range. Oh, damage was wrong. So, everybody who was hit on that round, they take, Elise. Yeah, Elise and Yuki take 1 less damage each.
I missed. I wasn't hit.
Oh, you weren't hit. Okay. In that case, Enoch, you take only 5 points of damage, and Yuki only takes 2 total.
Alright.
My apologies for that. Yuki surprised. Enoch surprised. Kripalue is surprised. Which will bring us back to the top of the turn order. And to this red grung. The grung is going to do some more chirping and barking noises. As, croaking as grung do. What else can they do? Let's see. Wick, this grung, seeing how you vaporized its 2 other companions, it looks at you and it begins to point and wave its hands as, erupting from the ground, a massive growth of spikes begins to erupt around you.
Actually, it doesn't. Because Enoch turns and goes, "Hey, stop that!" Counterspell.
Are you within 30 feet?
Ooh.
60 feet.
60 feet, yeah.
60 feet, okay.
Lo and behold, just there.
Yeah, it begins to wave its hand and spikes start to erupt, but yeah, Wick cancels it. It's like, it snaps up. It just kind of stands bewildered and the eyes snap towards you, Enoch.
Enoch's just like holding his shoulder with a knife in it, like growing in angry purple. Enough of that.
All right. Well, that concludes the red one's turn. Now it's up to you, Dan.
You have made a grievous error. Moonbeam time.
All right. That's a whole bunch of con saves off the bat. I don't think they have that very high of a con save. Let's see. The elite passes. And I believe the rest of them don't have that bonus. They have a +2. Yep, they still fail. So that is 10 points of radiant damage on the failure. And 5 on the pass. These all look the smaller grungs all look very, very rough from that.
But you know what? As a bonus action, actually, wait. I think for the jinx to apply, they have to fail the saving throw. Let me just check really quick. Been hit by one of your attacks or failed. Okay, so I can't do it to the elite. I'm not gonna use a jinx then. I'll end my turn with that.
All right. Next up will be Kawasha. As he looks at this grung that's right over here, he's going to do what he does best. Produce flame and hurl a mote of fire at that one. And hit. for a whole 2 points of fire damage.
Hey, still
All
good
right.
at numbers.
That'll bring us to the warrior, as since he starts his turn and that. He's gonna fail his con save. So go ahead and roll that damage on the.
In truth, I'm surprised he's last this long.
Probably not for much longer, considering he failed. So go ahead and roll the damage for the moonbeam, Dan.
Will do. Oop. Mouse wigged out there for a second. 16!
Yep, he erupts in holy fire and drops. So he is dead. Elise, it's now your turn.
Alright, well. Passing Hunter's Mark off to, we'll just say, this guy right here.
All right.
Give me a second, I have to pull my sheet back up. And 13.
13. Let's see. Attributes. 13 hits.
Alright. 6 piercing damage. Hunter's Mark, has he been hit yet prior to this?
Yes, he has. So you also get your Colossus Slayer.
Alright, there we go. There's 13 points of damage for the first shot.
As you shoot him right in the head, he collapses to the floor dead.
Alright, second shot is going to the boy directly north of him.
All right, roll the hit.
18.
That hits. Let's just see how many points of overkill you do to him.
11 points of piercing, 5 Hunter's Mark. For the sake of this, do I also get Colossus?
It's only once per turn, so.
Okay. Then 16.
Yep, so yeah, with 15 points of overkill, that one is also dead. Alright. That will bring us around to Wick.
And a step to the left.
Alright. So that's gonna be a wisdom save from that boy over there, and he fails.
Also, did the music stop for anybody else, or is it just me?
I can faintly hear it.
I still hear it, yeah.
I had to reload earlier, so maybe.
Oops. There we go. Jeez.
9. That one is still barely standing.
Alright, and he's going to look over at the, what is going to supposed to be the leader grung over here. Frog boy, and I am going to cast a heckin' guiding bolt. It's the sound of a biscuit. I doubt 8 hits.
An 8 will miss, unfortunately.
Yeah, I figured. Hey,
All
that's it
right.
for me.
Zeno,
Am I not surprised anymore?
you're not surprised anymore. You can now act.
All right, so so the same guy that Wick just attacked.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a chaos bolt.
All right.
Let's start this off with a bang. That's
Roll
an 8.
D20. So no surge.
That's a
19 will
19.
hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
And let's see.
So I
So roll
believe.
roll D8, right?
Well, the damage is already listed there, so you have a 6 and an 8. So you can choose based on the table. That would be either poison or thunder damage. Your choice.
Let's go with thunder. That's what I'm known for at this point.
All right. So 19 whole points of thunder damage. Yeah, that frog looks rough.
And that's all I can do. Go ahead.
All right. It's the Grung's turn. This Grung standing in your He's gotta make another wisdom save. Passes, but go ahead and roll damage anyway for that one.
Let's see. That'll be 14 damage, so cut in half 7 damage.
Okay. Yeah, these two grung are, of course, fried. Because even if they passed, they would have failed. Wick, roll your damage for spiritual guardians on this one.
Okay. Spiritual guardians.
10.
Yep, and he also erupts in holy fire and drops. Alright. That'll bring us around to Yuki.
Can't really do much in the boat. She's not getting in the water, so she's just gonna bark at the one over here.
Alright. Alright, that'll bring us to you, Dan.
Ah, excellent.
Oh, actually, did I say Dan? I meant to say Enoch. My apologies.
Yeah, wait, hold on.
Well, let's see if this guy is marginally smarter than all his friends. Because Enoch's just going to glare at him while still glowing purple. And he is going to cast Command Flee.
Alright, so one more command to a creature. Has no effect if a target is undead, if it doesn't understand your language, or if it's directly harmful to it. Let's see.
Enoch tried using his big boy voice.
It cocks his head at that. The spell fails because it doesn't understand you.
Well, I tried. Do what you will with him.
Alright, next up is Koopalue. He really can't do much in the boat. The Scrung, seeing all of his companions are dead, is going to take his staff and drop it to the ground and hold his hands forward.
Enoch is just going to motion to him, just run, leave.
As it just kind of looks around, he begins to flee towards you guys' right. He actually hops across the river and begins to bound over this way and off the map.
There, we said what we accomplished. Hopefully he will tell the rest.
There's our obligatory grung encounter.
Been a while since we've seen them, huh?
Yeah, Enoch turns his hand into a sword. I'm gonna get started on the plants.
I'll help with my moonbeam, see if we can make this go a little faster.
Does anybody want a pumpkin?
I don't think
I'll
any
take
of us-
one.
I was gonna say, I didn't think any was some damage.
I did.
Enoch,
You did.
Enoch staying right next to him with a knife embedded in his shoulder.
No one's
No, that was a pumpkin, but if you want to make that again, that's funnier.
No, that is what is happening. Enoch is glaring at him. Yeah, none of us took damage.
Yuki
Drop.
stares up at him too. Knife in her shoulder.
Give
we're-
one to Enoch, one to Elise, and one to Yuki.
What am I rolling for it?
It's a 3d6.
Oh my god, you're giving a dog a pumpkin. That is like best treat to them.
You know what?
That's
That
way
was
more
cool,
than
I'll
she
take it.
needed.
It's rather bland.
I mean, they only last about as long as the good berries, so might as well use them.
Yeah. They'll use prestidigitation to make the pumpkin taste like meat. For you.
Oh, that's a great idea. She really begins to tear into that pumpkin.
Meanwhile, you just hear a boom, boom as Enoch is just booming blading, trying to free the boat by cutting the vines.
Yeah, it takes you about an hour of cutting, but
I would
manage to
I would
break the boat
probably
free.
be joining in with one of my hand axes, just trying to help get it free.
Yep.
And I said I was using Moonbeam to try and burn some of it away too, to help out.
All right. Yeah, like I said, probably, well, with all of you pitching in, I'll say it takes you about half an hour.
I would offer to use a flame sphere for this, but I don't want to do anything right now.
Do
So-
not set the things wrapping around our boat on fire.
No, actually, I'm gonna do something smarter. I'm going to use frostbite, which is a cantrip, and just touch it to freeze all the vines. Freeze them and make them die.
Yeah, that'll work. Then you smash.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, like I said, for that, like I said, it takes you a while, but you do manage to break free, and you manage to continue floating on down the river. And I'll just bring you guys back over to the map. You continue sailing down for the rest of the day.
I feel like at this point, anytime Elise sees a vine of any kind, there's just the PTSD to almost being killed by a assassin vine.
Mm-hmm.
Elise immediately pulls out her bow just in case.
Mhm.
Now you know how I feel anytime I see a large bush.
All right.
Wick's eyes
Oh.
is doing that weird wiggling motion, crying motion.
Listen, we know the vines are bad. They ain't like you and your little pumpkin-y friends, okay, Wick? If they would talk to us and be kind, we would be kind back, but they mostly just try to kill us on sight.
He thinks,
Yeah, that's fair. They're not very nice.
And they are called assassin vines. Even if we could communicate with them, they'd probably just still want to kill us.
Either that or ask for pay.
True.
I'd give them a coin if they asked. I'm quite rich.
Well, let's just decide that we don't want to pay them and that they should have to work for it.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. So as you continue on for the rest of the day, just kind of floating on down. I'll just reveal a little more sections as you guys travel on through. Nothing else happens for the rest of the day. Go ahead and take care of the obligatory survival checks for scavenging for things.
Will do. $11.
11. You find some berries, but nothing really of medicinal use. More or less just edible berries. And then for Elise, 8.
Probably the
You
same.
also, yep, you for food you just managed to scrounge up berries tonight.
But whatever we can get.
All right. The next day, unfortunately, is a lot less eventful, as nothing happens for the encounter for that day.
Did you say unfortunately or fortunately?
Unfortunately, I guess.
Well, no. Unfortunately for people watching, for us here, yay, we didn't get attacked.
Yeah, Milla, we had 3 encounters last game. What do you think we're fine with a day off?
It's nice to have a day where you're not being attacked by grung or plants or a lot of things.
Yes, it's fun when Chult decides to lay off on Rule 1.
I'm sorry, but you did bring up a good point. All right, so for this day, I'll need another round of survival checks from you two.
There we go, 25.
25. You managed to find an axe beak. That counts for your meal for tonight.
Okay.
21!
21.
okay.
Would I be able to harvest any parts in addition to meat?
Sure. You managed to get the beak off of this one. 4 of its talons. And a few very nice looking feathers on it. And then for Dan, let's see. Roll a d8 for me.
Will do. That's a 6.
A 6. Okay. Da-da-da. That page. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. As you're looking over, as you're scrounging your way around, Dan, you find there's a fallen over tree that's, particularly wet and rotting, and on this tree you find a few shelf-like mushrooms that are hanging off of it. Go ahead and give me a nature check.
That's a 9.
You can't seem to recall anything about these mushrooms.
Actually, wait, I have inspiration. I will use that inspiration.
Sure.
Oh, I hate this input value thing. 23!
23. You recognize these as Zabo mushrooms. You tend to find them on rotting wood of dead trees, as well as other rotting vegetation. The thing about these mushrooms is that they're fragile in a sense that you have to gently handle them, or else they release their spores, which causes creatures nearby to be to put them into a itching fit. But you managed to find 3 of these mushrooms on this log.
I'm going to try and gently extract them.
Alright. Just roll a dex check.
Okay. Where is it? There you are. $16.
Yeah, you easily managed to gingerly break off these mushrooms, and yeah, they have a real musty smell to them as you go and pick them up. But yeah, you have 3 Zabo mushrooms, and I'll go ahead and type them in chat.
Alright. Okay. And just for clarification, could I theoretically grab one of these mushrooms and throw it at someone and cause them to itch? Like throwing itching powder.
More or less. The way that these work is, if crushed or struck, a Zabo releases its spores in a 10-foot radius sphere. A Zabo can also be hurled up to 30 feet away or dropped like a grenade, releasing its cloud of spores on impact. Any creature in the area must succeed on a DC 10 Constitution saving throw or be poisoned for 1 minute. The poisoned creature's skin itches for the duration. The creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself with a success.
Fantastic.
And I want you to show that to Zeno as soon as you get it. See, I have an idea above game.
Ooh. Alright. Dan's gonna come back to camp. I found some interesting mushrooms. They can cause people to itch when they release their spores. Could be useful.
Release when?
Well, you would either crush it or throw it, and upon impact to the ground, they would burst out their spores. Just any jostling, which is why I'm keeping them very well wrapped in my pack here.
Okay, guys, hear me out. Remember how I said the other day that Mage Hand is extremely useful?
Yeah.
If we are run into an enemy, give me one of these, and I'll crush it in with a Mage Hand 30 feet away in front of all the enemies.
That'd be really good for a stealth attack.
Right?
Yeah. Ooh.
I'm just curious about how it's super useful you haven't used it since I met you.
That you know of.
I don't sleep. I've seen you almost non-stop for the last 3 months.
He says nothing.
I mean, the situation hasn't really come up, or well, actually,
No, I'm sure I've used Mage Hand a couple times before.
There's been very little use for any of us to use it.
I mean, I could think of one time we could have used it to get the alchemy jug we're currently using, but there wasn't a trap on it, I don't think, so.
Yeah,
And
I very much remember you running up there despite us not checking for traps.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that wasn't me. That was Dan.
That's who
Yeah.
I'm talking to.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's why I agreed, because that is exactly what I did.
Well,
Also above game. I'll also admit that I did take Mage Hand off for a couple of levels. So like I might use this. And just put it back on just because why not?
Well, we'll see about maybe using the mushrooms, but at least it's better than finding nothing.
Yeah.
Also should be coming
Alright.
right up on the settlement outside the Valley of Blades.
Ah, yes. The Gorge of Blades, as it's more commonly called. As Kawasha looks over and... Not to say that you...
I'm not really sure about the distinction between a gorge and a valley, but I'll assume it's meaningful, or at least meaningful to the dwarves who named it. Never actually met a dwarf, so this might be interesting.
That is true. Huh. I mean, I've run into albino dwarves on occasion.
Oh wait a second, no.
Sometimes they do trade.
Above game, let me just retcon that. We have met several dwarves.
We have met several dwarves.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, if you didn't say that, I'll be like,
Oh yeah, that's right. You did run
We-
into some albino dwarves.
We also ran into dwarves in that one bar, didn't we?
Dwarves in the bar. Almost all the Flaming Fist guys have been led by dwarves or have dwarves. Yeah, no. Just go back. My boy's ignorant. He's not stupid.
Alright, so there. Alright. So that was what you managed to find on that day. The next day. Let's see. Ah. I see. It's not raining today. As you begin to journey down into this valley over here. As you begin to break out from the jungle, about midday you manage to enter this area that has a bunch of blade-like spires just erupting out inside this valley. Almost like obsidian shards that are just kind of rising up from the ground. And as you look around, there's black like rock that's just scattered about everywhere.
Kawasha, why is everything named so literally here?
Kawasha shrugs.
Fair
To
enough.
be fair, naming is hard.
At least it's better than Ataaz Muhaha.
I feel like that's a better name.
Yeah.
He points. He looks at the map and he points over here.
Uh-huh.
He says Ataaz Muhaha. It means laughing gorge.
It's a way better name.
That's awesome.
He just kind of frowns at that as he just kind of looks at all of you. Just like that's that.
Why is it laughing? Is it funny when you walk through? Is it just a great place?
He just kind of shrugs and he's kind of flustered. He can't come up with a good explanation.
He has it right in the name. It's great.
I also can't believe we didn't notice that for the entire time it's been on our map.
This is the first time I'm seeing it. What the heck?
Right?
Well, obviously something must be laughing there. I'm just. As Kawasha just kind of, he just took all the wind out of his sails at that. Congratulations.
No, Kawasha, we needed that. We needed that. Thank you.
Yes.
That was great.
As we all stand around this ominous and deadly looking room and we're all just laughing our asses off.
Hey, when you need a comic relief moment, you need a comic relief moment.
Exactly.
It helps ease the tension.
All right. And as you're making your way through the section, I want everyone to roll a perception check for me. It's been a while since I've had you guys do a group perception.
Alrighty.
What do my half-elf eyes see this day?
Boy, Wicked's rolling real low today.
The answer for that is jack shit.
My
So you
boy's
could've-
got almost
Oh.
exclusively eye-based abilities, and he can't notice the obvious.
You got a nat 1. I'm sorry.
Dan and Yuki rolled the same. 20.
Hey.
Hey, dude.
All right. I'll say Dan, Yuki, and Elise. As you were making your way down, everybody's having a grand old time just kind of laughing up at the map. The three of you just hear, for a moment you thought you heard some rocks scatter as you're making your way through this part of the gorge. And ahead of you is, I'm going to go ahead and,
Oh, we got a map.
over here. Find the map, find the map, find the map, find the map. I gotta set these tokens out. Oop. Yeah, that works. Picking around a couple of the spires around here, you three see these forms.
Oh.
You see large, bird-like creatures, 4 of them in total, each bearing a small warrior upon its back. These creatures having a very bright orange skin with sporting scimitars at their sides.
Well, these are...
Let's see. Zeno, you speak Draconic, right?
Yes.
You hear these creatures kind of murmur amongst themselves. Trespassers has been sighted. They encroach upon our lands. What should we do?
Can I respond to that?
Uh,
Or are we too far away?
let's see. You currently don't notice them unless somebody else is pointing them out to you. Because I don't think you would have noticed them yet. Although,
Actually, well, I mean, if you said I heard it, then that probably would have been loud enough for everyone to hear them.
okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Guys, I don't mean to alarm you, but they think we're trespassing on their turf.
Ooh,
I mean,
I-
we're
Technically, we
horrid.
are, but still.
ooh.
Elise kind of like grabs Wick's head and slowly turns it over to where she can see the lizards
Oh.
or the birds.
Well, I mean, we are kind of here, sort of trespassing. You think you're
Yeah.
friendly?
I mean, trespassing is such a harsh word. I just say we're visiting.
Well,
Unannounced.
passing, like, that's fair, but at the same time, like, if someone went into your house and you didn't know who they were, you'd say the same thing. And they're getting closer.
Maybe
And
we
they're
should
brandishing
introduce
weapons.
ourselves then. Hi!
At this point,
I-
I'll just go ahead and say, Zeno, you hear one of them, the one that's towards the front. Show these trespassers what it means to encroach on Fire Newt land, and I'll need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess diplomacy's been thrown out the window.
Because I didn't know what I was going to say for that.
Prior to initiative, would it be history or nature for what fire newts are?
I'll say history check.
Devin.
Yeah, I'll roll that to see.
And
I got a 3.
You've never have been in any territory that kind of sports these creatures. You haven't heard of or seen of them, at least. Same with
Well-
you, Zeno. Alright,
Got a 19.
Very nice. Alright, so the fire newts rolled that. That was for Kawasha, Kupalue. Keeping tradition. Turn. Then we're gonna add turn. Add turn. Alright, so that was 16 for Kawasha.
I got a 19, but I forgot. So I thought I clicked my thing, but I didn't.
Kupalue rolled a 4. You said you rolled a 19, right, Zeno?
Yeah.
Go ahead and add your turn. And then we'll see the fire newts. And there. Let's see, so +1. They also rolled a 16. I'm gonna need a roll off between Kawasha and the fire newts. Kawasha wins. Excellent. Start by descending. Alright. Zeno, it's your turn.
Alright, so the 20-foot radius, and they're all within that. Aim right here. Dead center, they'll hit all 4 of them. Let's go
Oh.
fireball.
Fireball, okay. Let me see here.
Real quick. That's an 18.
Alright, no surge.
That 2 for a second kind of scared me, even though I wouldn't have done anything.
Zeno, as you go to cast your fireball, it explodes in a nice giant eruption, but as the smoke clears from the explosion, every single one of those creatures that were in there aren't even phased. The fireball had no effect on them.
He's gonna yell at Draconic. Look, that might not have hurt you, but we have a lot of people that have a lot of other things that will. So stand down now.
Are you trying to negotiate peace?
Kinda.
They think they can hurt us with fire.
Well, yes, I thought we could, but now I know you can't get her by fire. I'm gonna pass that along to my friends here. And trust me, they have way harder spells than that.
Alright.
Man, Draconic must really hurt on the throat.
That's that's his favorite language, apparently.
Alright, so that brings us to Kawasha. He hasn't had a chance to yet, but he's gonna sprout bark-like skin upon himself. That will be his turn. Next up will be the Fire Newts. As they each... Oh, what's the movement speed on those Striders?
I'd imagine around 40 feet, just given the size.
Well, actually 50 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40,
You and I
45,
rolled decent
50.
on an initiative. Oh.
Let's say 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 30, 40, 50. That one writes it there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. This one's gonna dash in order to make his way down here.
Oh no.
Like that.
This one's going to 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. This one's gonna dash in order to make his way over to here. As... Let's see. Okay, well... We got a couple different lines here, as... The newt on this Strider and then the newt on this Strider are going to look down. Let's see. Actually, this one... Oh, let's see. 5, 10. Yeah, you're gonna be in range. Zeno, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, as... the newt that's currently on this warrior is going to gorge a mote of fire and launch it at you.
At me?
Yes.
Okay.
You are the only one that's attacked them.
That is an 18, so I guess...
So you pass, so you only take half of this, so 2 whole points of fire damage.
I want to look at him and just say, ow, that hurts.
Rude.
In Draconic. Just to piss him off even more.
And as they're riding up, Elise, you look like you're the taller one. I need you to make a dex save as well.
Can do. 16.
You pass, so you only take 3 points of fire damage on that one. Alright, so that was a command, and they're gonna get the dash along there. I think. Ah, what the heck. Dan and Wick, you're each are also gonna get a fire loogie, as it were, hucked on you, so Wick, dex save.
Didn't the other guy dash, so doesn't he lose an action?
Oh, you're right, yeah. Just because of the way you could move it, so you're right, so never mind. Take that back. I'll be fair.
But as for me...
So that's a 2, so you take 5 points of fire damage as your loogie hits.
Owie.
Alright, speaking of which, it's your turn.
I didn't like that. Well, it's time for a heckin' Spirit Guardians. Submit.
Turn to the light.
I just imagined Wick do the praise the sun.
Like the praise the sun, and all of a sudden it sounds exactly like Kingdom Hearts 1. Submit!
Submit!
Or in the earlier games, turn to, and you just cut in Soros, the light.
Turn to darkness!
Alright, so that's that. So for the mounts, the fire newts, that was a 1. That's, what's the Striders? Wisdom, they have a +1. So that will be 2 passes and 2 failures. So 17 on a failure and 8 on a success. So we'll say the 2 that are closest to you fail. And they look very, very rough. And then the 2 on the opposite side pass. Then I gotta roll for the saves on the fire newts that are mounted. So that's that much left. And then for the fire newts. Oh, I dropped the dice on the keyboard. I said with clickety clack. Thankfully, it didn't fall on the floor. Alright, so I've got 2 passes and 2 failures. So let's keep it consistent.
Oh boy.
So I just moving that out of the way, so no note for the riders. So yoink. Yoink. That's, and then that. Alright. Alright, so that was your action for your spiritual weapon. Anything else you'd like to do?
For Spirit Guardians, and then but I am actually going to use bonus. Oh no, I can't do that. Are you a bonus action? Doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, no, that's it.
Alright, Enoch!
So how high are the riders off the ground compared to these?
They're about 5 feet up.
So I could reach one?
Yeah.
Okay. 1 second. Oop. Need to control my token. Enoch's just gonna walk over since he's basically unattended. Sigh. Does a 12 hit?
Which one?
The rider.
Oh, that misses, unfortunately. As you're looking at these riders, they have, chain shirts equipped on them.
Well, considering how few spells I have, I'm gonna waste my inspiration on that.
Alright.
19.
A 19 will hit.
Okay. Do. So that's 29 points of necrotic damage to the rider.
Oh!
Yep. Ooh. Yeah, as the necromantic energy from your arm just erupts, you see his orange flesh just turn to a very dark and muted violet as the rider collapses
And
and falls off of the horse.
And Enoch will look to the rest of them. Like gesturing, do we have to do this?
Roll an intimidation check.
Okay. 18.
Okay. Alright. So, we'll figure out what they do on their turn. In the meantime, unless you have anything else to do.
No, I think actions speak louder than words.
Alright, speaking of actions, Elise, what would you like to do?
Okay, so... So, the rider is down on this guy, right?
Correct.
Okay, so it's just the bird.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sure. Let's bonus action Hunter's Mark the bird and take my shot.
Okay.
No disadvantage because feet.
All right.
Soft 20.
Soft 20 will hit.
12 piercing plus Hunters. Has this bird been hit yet this prior?
She has taken damage yet.
Okay, so that's also Colossus Slayer. So that's 14 total for the first shot.
All right. Yep, you shoot the Strider in the side, and it staggers and then falls to the ground, collapsing on top of its former rider, dead.
All right. And then I'm gonna make my second shot at. I'm gonna make my second shot at the rider on this one.
Okay.
16.
That hits. Roll damage.
8 piercing, and then that's it. 8 piercing.
Yep, you shoot that one in the head, and that rider collapses off of its Strider, dead.
And then I'm going to. I'm gonna risk the attack of opportunity and break. So 20, 25, 30. Get up here, 35.
All right. Let's see, Strider. Yeah, it's gonna attempt to bite you with its beak. That's a 23 to hit.
That will hit.
You take 8 points of piercing damage from the bite.
Alright. That's turn.
All right. That will bring us to Dan.
And well, just before casting what he's gonna cast, maybe we can keep these birds as mounts. Anyway, he's gonna hold up his arcane focus. His eyes will turn white as he says, Probum Lune! And as the moon appears, giant and scary overhead, he's gonna follow that up with Vilune Perdum Te. And I'm going to cast Moonbeam.
All right.
There we go.
All right, so that's 2 failures.
By the way, what I said in Latin, by the power of the moon, I'll destroy you.
Excellent. All right, so oddly enough, birds failed, the riders passed. So go ahead and roll damage. All right,
Sorry,
15.
15.
Yeah. Well, that rider's dead, as well as the bird. So, wait. And these riders. Let's see, those riders fail. These riders pass, so they only take half of that. All right. So that could sit for that. Anything else you'd like to do?
The rider and the bird are both still alive, right?
Correct.
And they both passed, or just the bird passed?
They both passed.
Okay. I think I'm good.
All right. Now it'll be Yuki's turn.
All right. Do. Gonna have her go there. I think she can make that. Yeah. And since she's currently in small form, she's just gonna give the help action against the rider.
All right.
How much damage was the beak attack?
8.
Okay, I think Hunter's Mark just dropped.
Oh yeah, it would have been a 10.
Yep,
For the damage.
Hunter's Mark drops.
Yep. All right.
By the way, above game, I've been completely forgetting this entire campaign that Hunter's Mark is a concentration spell, so that's a bunch of con saves I haven't been rolling.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh well.
Hey.
We'll think about that going forward at least.
Choco, I
Right.
forgot this entire time I had Mage Hand, so you're fine.
All right.
And I'm
So-
surprised nobody has called me out on it, so.
So Koopalue is going to look at. He's going to attempt to huck a sling at that. Yeah, that's actually a hit. Attaboy. For minimum damage. Tink. Alright. Well. Oh, that'll bring us to the top of the turn order, then to Zeno.
So is it only like the writer and the guy the thing right in front of me that are left alive, and then this one on the top?
Yeah, the Strider on top is still alive, as well as the duo that is down here.
Again, in Draconic. Look, we both know how this is gonna end if I do anything to you. So do you want to just get out of here now and just tell everyone else not to come back?
All right.
This is my attempt at diplomacy right now, because like all his friends are dead. Does
Roll
he really-
intimidation check with advantage.
That's a 15 on each side.
Oh yeah. All right, that will.
We've intimidated these guys a lot, but then did not give them any chance to run.
Right.
Unfortunately, they have to wait for their turn, and my Spirit Guardians is still up.
Yep.
And he's
You're
in
instilling the
moonbeam.
fear of Shanti on their side.
He's in 2 different auras of death.
Yep.
Maybe you guys should consider retreating. Looks at the two auras of death pointed their way.
All right.
Just
Wait for their
saying.
turn. It's not their turn. They're so
Yep.
dead.
Yep. You're just
Guys.
like, I was gonna say, that's your diplomacy. Meanwhile, Wick and Dan, Omaiwa, Moshi Deru. Nani?
Dan's only
Alright.
thought we could have the birds after this if they don't die.
Everyone's trying for diplomacy, and meanwhile, do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Well, Enoch barely tried diplomacy. He apparently only learned gunboat diplomacy.
Alright.
And Dan's
Well-
over here like, well, it looks like they're attacking. Guess they'll die.
I guess if you're not gonna do anything else for your turn, then Dan.
No, I'm just like, I tried. Just
Alright,
saying.
so now comes the moment of truth. Wick, go ahead and roll the damage
Nope.
for your Spirit Guardians.
Oh god.
By the way, above game, I just want to point out that I'm really happy that they finally immortalized that meme in a Magic the Gathering card.
I know, Japanese, you're already dead is literally Omaiwa Moshinderu. And at this point, I have to go, Nani? As the 3 figures that are currently left alive, they just get roasted in the Spirit Guardians and drop dead.
There we go.
Oh, we could have had mounts.
I also like to point out that I was trying to get them to get away, but
Oh, we were? Oopsie.
I didn't say that out loud, so that was on me. I'm sorry.
We might want to try to coordinate for diplomacy a bit better.
To be fair,
I just saw people running at us, and I assumed it was communications broke down.
well,
Communications
Hold
never
on.
even took place, though.
this all started with you shooting off a fireball, and you were also the only person who could understand whatever they were.
Listen,
Yeah.
all I know is that they surrounded my friends, and I took offense to that.
Which is fair. Which is very fair.
We thank you for taking offense on our behalf.
Hey.
Agreed.
As they're having this conversation, Elise is already carving into the birds.
Alright, go ahead and give
Ready?
me a survival check.
Try to get some large so I can maybe make some more bug salve.
16.
Alright, for 16. Yeah, we'll say with that, between all of them, you managed to get, well, Well, you do manage to get 3 talons off of them.
What are these birds called specifically, or do we not know that?
Give me a nature check to see if you heard of them.
I'll do that too. Why not?
6.
If there we go. 18.
18. Yeah, Dan, you recognize these as strider or giant striders. They're typically native to hotter climates. They typically are used as mounts for fire newts. What's interesting, and the fact that they did get to use it, is that not only do fire newts breathe fire, but the giant striders are able to breathe fire as well.
Damn it, we could have had
Oh.
fire-breathing
Yeah.
bird mounts.
We could have had fire-breathing bird mounts. Aw.
Okay, I feel like as the country person I should say this. Do any of y'all know how to ride any kind of animal?
Yes.
I mean, probably figure it out eventually.
Yeah, I knew someone who took that exact approach, Dan. He got dragged for 6 miles.
I mean, I can speak with animals. I can maybe figure it out.
Okay, tell me how the conversation would go with the animal who you just killed the rider of.
All right.
That's fair. So you know, Dan,
Well-
you could always enlarge Yuki and ride her as a mount.
I mean, it's gonna take me a bit to get enough power to get her to the proper size, but yes, I could do that too. But I already know how it would go. Listen, we have killed your former riders. You can join us, or we're going to kill and eat you. Your choice. They get to decide what happens. But it's going to be one of those choices. We could be friends or they could be food. Such is the law of nature.
You know what? Fine. But did we ever figure out what those things on top of them were? Because those actually seemed like people smart.
That's a good point. Do they have treasure?
I was probably going to suggest that we investigate and see if they have anything on them. Or
Well, let's see.
Also,
As
true,
far
we
as the
should have a
treasure-
lot of pumpkins now.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yep. Lots
Anybody
and lots of pumpkins. And on that
Horns for
note,
days.
seems like this is actually a good time to take a quick break
Okay.
because
good.
it's that time.
I did want to ask, I brought it up before Elise did her survival check, but any lard from these birds for potions?
Oh, that's right. I'm just trying to see. Quick survival check, and we could probably figure that out.
Right, survival. 12.
12. You find enough for about half a pint of lard among the birds. They
Okay.
kind of got banged up a little bit, but also on that
Well,
note, oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, what's the healing on those pumpkins? Because I'll probably take one.
Let's
It'd be
see. The
3d6.
ones there are several 3d6s because of spirit guardians,
Okay.
but yeah. On that note, I gotta refresh roll 20 because it's a chat shenanigans, and I gotta go get something to drink. I'll be
Yeah,
right
I
back.
might do the same thing. The exact same thing.
Go right ahead. I'll stick around with chat. Hey guys, hope you're having a good time. Also, I may steal one of your bits from Chat L Robot for a episode title because I love No Frog, Only Gourd.
That is a good one, yeah.
Also, I hope you're prepared to tell the rest of the party that you are aware that these things were called fire newts.
That I was?
They called themselves that. Right before
Yeah.
you cast Fireball.
About if I wasn't paying attention, but I was just like, okay, I'm gonna try this once. And it didn't work. So they're attacking us, and where we go? There we go.
I mean, every time I'm prepared to be like, okay, I can finally do my strategy of kinetic jaunt and booming blade, and we're surrounded.
I want once them to line up or actually make it easy for me to cast our lightning bolts.
Lightning bolt's
I just
typically a surprise spell.
Yeah, it's like, can I get that once? Just once.
In all honesty, I didn't think I'd be getting any use out of counterspell for ages.
With our casters, I
mean, look, okay, that was the first caster we came across that wasn't a lich. There might have been some casters in the goblins, but we diffused that situation, which is the only situation we've so far diffused.
I return.
You can't say that I didn't try.
Yep.
Diplomacy is usually not an option in Chult.
I do like the juxtaposition though. Like we started off, we don't want any murder hobos, and it kind of happened.
I mean, that's how all murder hobos start. They start off wanting to be good people, and then
No,
it just
that's not how
devolves.
they start. No, every time I've DM'd, sadly, it has been for murder hobos. They start out immediately with murder. There is no progression. When you're in session 0 and someone's already starting to torture, you have acquired murder hobos. It's a quick spreading infestation.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Like we're just abiding by laws of the jungle, unfortunately, and that means a lot of people are dying.
Hey, we have saved life, and we have stopped things from escalating into violence at least twice. In fact, goblins should be much more nice to people now because they can know that they can get paid. We set a precedent.
We give money. You give help.
Though, to be fair, I doubt any negotiations will happen unless someone knows Goblin. So, at least the boy partially raised by goblins feels like he doesn't have those deaths on his conscience. He has all the other deaths, which are mostly excusable.
I have returned.
Welcome back.
I honestly think thank God I chose Draconic as my second language, or my other random language other than Dwarvish.
My other languages are not going to come up. It's mostly just probably going to be Common and Goblin, but I will use this moment now that everyone's back to take a quick step away. I will be right back.
All right.
I posted the meme I was talking about earlier in the general chat.
Yes.
It's mockery.
Ah, yes.
Again, he's seen it, and he loves it.
There was another version of it, but it was too blurry to see all the stuff in there.
If you have it back a holiday, you can give him 2 items to use as props. It's time for props. That looks like I know it's not called a mockery, that's it, but one of the best lines was Ryan Stiles was looking through some weird looking stuff. That looks like a German U-boat. Then the next contestant had some weird looking use. No, this is a German U-boat.
No, my favorite Ryan Stiles one would be things you say will always start a fight. Hey, you guys want to fight?
Direct to the point.
There's a follow-up to it. Someone asks, can he use Hoedown as a cantrip? But he can only do that if you're fighting Drew Carey.
I think one of my favorite Ryan Stiles moments was when he had to impersonate. Oh, frick! What is her name? Oh no, he did it so often. Oh no. Anyway, he didn't. It does. Anyway, he did an impersonation where his head like got stuck to things, right? and he launched his head into Drew's table, and it broke the lights right next to it. And they're like, oh no, are you okay? And he's like, I'm not sure, I can't remember anymore.
Girl Chatty, that's her name.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that bit. I'm
Please
like,
don't
oh
make me
no.
into anything else. Mine will be that one Irish drinking song where Drew screws up and when it gets right.
Yep, that was a good one too.
And then
Lord, I need to just...
we derailed the entire conversation.
Lord, I wish that was just available somewhere. I want to rewatch those again.
I know a lot of Whose Lines and Anyway, both American and British, are on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's one of those
I
things
didn't
where
know there
the
was a
rights are
British
weird.
one.
I just remember there was one bit. I think it was either an Irish hoedown or it was Irish drinking song or a hoedown. One of the ones was just cut to Colin Mockery. I think it was in that bit where they were screwing up. It was just Colin Mockery just going meow. Just
Yeah, I remember that
was the same one.
I do remember that.
No, I love the one from near the series finale where Ryan Stiles just goes, "If we do another hoedown, I will slit my fucking wrist."
Yes, I remember
I'll
that.
slit my fucking wrist.
Now the points for Ryan for giving the center something to think about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can do it again. More.
Okay, so as much as I loved El Robot's line that I was going to use for a YouTube title, which was "No frogs, only gourds," I think I'm just going to call this episode "Whose Role Is It Anyway?"
Yes. Perfect.
Gives no context, but it's beautiful.
All right. Speaking of roles, are we fit to continue?
I'm good.
I believe so.
Deluna, just double check.
I'm here.
Okay, good. All right. So, go ahead and bring you guys back to the map for a second. Because I believe you still have a little more travel here.
Oh yeah, I do remember that Wick was one to search the bodies.
Right. On them you find 4 sets of chain shirts, and 4 scimitars on them. And they also have shields.
Well, you might be able to sell them.
I mean,
True.
sure, put them in the bag.
That is money.
Okay, let me write this all down. You can go on. I'm just recording all of it.
All right. The next day, or as you continue the journey on for the rest of the day into the valley, as you kind of pass through the set of just spot up obsidian spires, the valley kind of opens up and you see a lot more volcanic rock and various stretches of wasteland, just as far as the eye can see as you make your way through the stretch. Let's see. As far as scavenging and whatnot, let me double check something else from the Valley of Lost Honor. Make sure I'm not missing anything else.
Oh, so I am curious about something. So we were told that was a dwarf settlement, but we ran into fire newts. Did we see any trace of the dwarves, or what happened?
Well, let's see. Oddly enough, as you traveled, you actually come across a pile of bones as you're making your journey out here. They look humanoid, but yeah, this body looks rather crispy.
Ah. depressing.
Aggressive gentrification.
Dear, I guess that means no trading.
I mean, to be fair, you don't typically like have a settlement this far out that you then have to re-find on a map if it's still active.
That's fair. I mean, I was expecting, I don't know, maybe buildings with stuff in them too, but we just sort of encountered the fire newts.
I mean, if anything, that tells me there's more fire newts, and I'd rather not attack them.
I suppose that's fair.
It's getting to the point where we're no longer fighting things to survive, we're just fighting things because we're attacked by them. Which is self-defense, but I'd rather not go on the offensive for self-defense.
Yeah, okay. That's fair. It's just, I don't know, I was hoping maybe we'd have a moment to relax a little bit. Could make some more bug salve. I'm kind of running a little low on that. Well, a little low, I say. I've got like 9 uses, I think, left.
Well, I'll say, roll a perception check for me, Dan.
All right. And submit. 13.
Now that you mention it, the whole day you've been kind of traveling through the spires at Ataaz Yklwazi, and even venturing into the valley, you actually haven't noticed any attempts for bugs around here at all.
Oh. So did I not need to use bug salve today?
I mean, better to use it and not need it.
I suppose.
Need it, not have it.
Yeah, but again, limited uses. So it's this balancing act of, would it have been more worth it to not use it and still have the salve for when I do need it? Oh well, I suppose you're right. Better safe than sorry.
I still have
If worst
just shy
comes
of
to
40
worst, Dan, I
uses.
can give you like 10 of mine.
All right. I appreciate that.
All right. As you continue on after this, let's see. Yeah, go ahead and give the appropriate survival checks from you two.
Wrong thing.
Oh, laughing.
Survival. There's another thing I'm going to be looking for aside from just plants.
Okay.
Dan's going to be looking for a large stick or branch that he could potentially get on for something later at level 7. But I'm looking for the thing now. Just a
Okay.
good-sized branch that he could sit on.
I see. Oddly enough, there is a lone. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. As it just so happens, there is. You do find a lone wuka tree that is out here. And not only do you happen to find a sizable branch, but where's that table? You also happen to find 6 nuts.
I will take those 6 nuts.
Those nuts in particular.
Yes.
These nuts.
Thank you, I was setting it up.
Got him!
I will take those nuts.
Yeah. Oddly enough, at least it's gonna be harder to find stuff out here in the wastelands. There's really not that much for flora. And then as far as fauna is concerned, yeah, it's gonna be a little more difficult to try to find it in this stretch of the wood, or in this area.
Yeah. So I've got rations to go back on, so.
And
All
one
right.
other thing that Dan's going to be looking for, any traces of Peggy at all. Any, like, peg mark footprints or anything like that.
Roll a perception check.
Alright. Eight.
8. Yeah, you don't really. There's really not much for other life that you can see out in this stretch of the valley.
He's gonna keep a watchful eye, and whenever he can, see if there's any trace of her.
All right. All right. So, setting up for watches for tonight. Who's gonna be doing what?
I'll do first.
All right. Elise is first. Elise on first.
No, that was me.
Oh, Zeno on
Zeno.
first.
Dan's gonna set up an alarm tonight around the camp. Audible bells.
All right.
As
Zeno's
always,
on
Enoch
first.
will be on all watches.
Enoch's on all 4.
I can do second.
Wick on second.
I can do third.
All right. Elise is on third.
I'll do the final one.
And Dan's on last. All right.
So survival or what?
Oh, for
For the watch, yeah.
perception. We'll start with Zeno. Perception check. And Enoch, of course.
I'm gonna go ahead and re-roll that because I have the information that's about to get reset anyway.
Okay, sure.
That's a little better at a 7.
Plus 7. All right. Yeah, Zeno, you get kind of bored. You're just kind of fidgeting around near the campfire. Not much going on tonight. Enoch, yeah, it's the air around is definitely very quiet. Aside from like the occasional songbird, it seems like you don't really get much for like. Typically, you hear like insects chirping at night. You've heard frogs. Maybe like the occasional other smaller beast walking around, but yeah, aside from like the occasional bird, it's definitely a lot quieter than the last month or so of traveling through the jungle.
On the one hand, this is a cold, barren wasteland. On the other hand, I've never felt so safe in this country.
Right, it's actually really peaceful right over here. Again, I've been going through the jungle so long, it's actually kind of nice.
I'm just waiting for something to ruin this.
Same, really. Is this nepotism gaining us? Or would allism gain us?
I don't know what that is.
I feel it a constant dread.
I just thought
That's
that was what you call living.
Yeah, it's just like the next thing is gonna kill you. Basically, is the constant thought you have.
Yeah, that's just normal.
It's like, okay, we're all this like that, really, aren't we?
I mean, by all accounts, I shouldn't be alive, but so I'm just making do. But I got nothing else really going on.
All right. From with that out of the way, nothing else happens during your watch.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go to bed. Get wake up on it.
All right, I shall continue to sit here and read a book.
All right. Wick and Enoch, perception checks.
11.
All right. Enoch, you're just thumbing through. Let's see. Which book are you currently reading through? You're thumbing through one of the philosophy books that you found in the heart of Uptao. It's kind of a dry read for you, so it's kind of hard to keep a real good focus on it. Wick, as you're sitting around the campfire, just kind of looking out, keeping a decent vigil, there's a formation of lava rock that's actually nearby you. You actually see a small lizard just kind of scamper about. It stops for a second. It kind of looks up at you. And it kind of freezes up as it just stares and watches you.
He just watches back, tilts his head.
And then darts off and it makes off for another pile of rocks that are nearby, and it ducks underneath it.
Tee.
Make a friend.
Wilson.
I don't know. He seemed kind of scared of me.
Well, he just needs to get to know you first.
That's true. I should go catch him.
Okay. All right.
While it's over.
I'd say roll a
Friend.
survival check to get that lizard.
What was it? Survival?
Yeah, sure.
23.
Yep, you manage to push away some of the rocks. You find the lizard. Roll an animal handling check.
Oh boy. Do I get a pet? No, I'm using my inspiration. This is important.
Yes.
Is of the utmost importance.
20.
20.
Hey,
As the lizard, as it kind of looks up at you, it kind of goes to dart away from your hand, but you go to grab it, and as you go to stop it, it just kind of stops. And it just kind of, as you go to lift it up your hands, and you should, uncup your hands and try to kind of look at it, it just kind of turns around and it kind of looks up at you. Tilts its head.
Tilts his
And
head.
it kind of does that thing where it waits a moment and then the tongue just goes and licks one of its eyes.
Tee.
look, Caitlin, it's like I said earlier. These things are getting reset in the morning we wake up, so we use them right now. Why not?
Indeed.
Oh, this is great.
He waddles back over.
I did it.
He shoves the little lizard in Enoch's face.
I win.
Oh. Hey there, little guy. Enoch will hold out his human-y finger to it. Just kind of try to, pet under the mouth.
Roll an animal handling check.
This ought to be great. Oh, 19.
Well, it doesn't resist as you kind of go to fetch it. It kind of flinches a little bit just because of how cold your hand is, but it kind of makes a beeline it just kind of does like a little sidestep because, it's very cold. And it actually acts like it moves Wick's hand maybe a little closer to the fire
Oh.
just to stay warm.
Well, looks like you got yourself a whole new friend. Gotta think of a name for him
Yay.
now.
Licky.
Oh, that's a cute name.
Tee.
He'll put Licky on top of his little head and he'll go sit by the fire where it's warm.
All right. Yep, you place him down on your helm as you trot over to the fire and sit down. And he's just kind of sitting there. You barely see the top of his head from your visor as it just soaks in the rays a little bit. It actually likes it a little better. The heat is retaining well on your helmet as it's just kind of just soaking it up.
Mhm.
And aside from that, nothing else happens on your watch.
I just imagine like cartoon moment where it's just like got like a lounge chair and it's just sitting there with like the mirror reflector.
Yeah. How good the origins of Gex.
All right. So that concludes second watch. I assume you go to get Elise up.
Yes.
All right. Elise and Enoch. Go ahead and give her your perception checks.
Nat 20.
Natural 20 for 22. And 17
13.
from Elise. Oh, you double clicked it, so I'm taking the 17 first. Yeah, that was the first result that came up for me. Yeah, as the two of you are just standing up, kind of wandering around, you kind of look over at least. Yeah, you notice this when you woke up. There's a lizard hanging out on Wick's head, and as Wick goes to lay down, the lizard just tries to stays on the side that's closest to the fire, just kind of soak up the rays. Not a whole lot happens during your watch, although as your watch goes to conclude, Enoch, you notice this especially, that it's definitely a lot quieter than it was at the start of the night.
That is eerily quiet. When you wake up, Dan, let him know to be on guard. We are basically going out of the way to try to find his death vengeance thing.
Elise nods, and as soon as this is the end of the watch, we'll go and wake up Dan.
I'll say for the next watch, Enoch is gonna cycle on every couple of minutes, just throw up his detect magic since he's got it for free.
Okay. All right. At
Goes
least
to
you
wake
gotta
up-
wake up there. Oh,
Goes to wake up Dan, and as he's kind of struggling to say, it's been really quiet tonight, but I wouldn't trust it. Just keep an eye out.
Right. Will do. And then we'll get up and go about his watch with Enoch and Yuki.
all right. Perception checks from the three of you then.
11.
Natural 20 for Yuki.
Okay. All right. Where is it? I thought I had. I thought I had something special here. Will this work? Yeah, this will work.
Oh boy.
Ominous.
For the majority of your watch, again, it's been particularly quiet. But, Enoch, you're rifling through your books, still kind of perusing through that, philosophy book. As dawn begins to break, and you barely manage to see the sun rising from the east. Let's see. Dan, your ears pick it up for a split second. And Yuki, her ears immediately snap, and they go to turn. Something big is coming. And as you look to the west, across the horizon, you see a large form swooping in through the valley. A large form with massive wings, a long serpentine tail. With wings held aloft as it's gliding currently through the valley. You see it has a large dorsal fin across the back of its head and two smaller horns that are gently poking out towards the back of its head and a massive tooth-gaped maw. And all of you are awoken by the sound of an ear-piercing roar. As you look to the skies to the west and see a large dragon currently barreling down towards you.
That's a dragon.
We're all gonna die.
Elise sees that she's immediately on her feet, bow in her hand, and she's ready.
Oh no. Do you think it's trying to find its baby?
He says as he holds up the lizard.
I hope not.
I don't think so.
As this dragon is currently flying towards you, you see it start to swoop down towards you as erupting from its mouth a massive gout of flame just barely over the top of you as it goes to dive bomb and fly past you.
Oh no, we need to find cover.
Tangerine.
This is a good place not to be, yes!
Alright. Well, at this point, I think this is a good time to go ahead as I bring you over to this map.
Oh good, it's a baby red dragon. Or the young adult red dragon.
Let's go ahead and get some initiatives going.
Or young.
And chat, I know, red dragons are fire-based. I'm not gonna be that stupid twice in a session.
Ooh, natural 20. They're not that good.
I mean, just take the nat 20.
Oh yeah, no. I'm only grumbling that I didn't have my thing selected. That's all.
It's fine. Also, the second Miller was describing this, I was like, dorsal fin. Okay, green dragon, not so bad. 2 horns out of the side of its head. Oh no, it could be a black dragon. Fire. Oh, it's the worst.
This is how we die. This is Miller saying that he doesn't like playing with it anymore, and he's gonna just go ahead and kill us.
I don't like our characters anymore.
We're gonna start over.
This would be the moment where Enoch would turn to Dan. If we die from this, I am haunting you.
I mean, if we die from this, I might become a revenant. We'll see how that goes.
A what?
Vengeful spirit. Well, somewhere between a zombie and a ghost. They don't die until the form of their vengeance is gone, and I think my lust for vengeance is strong enough.
Where do you
keep me
people
alive.
learn these things?
I think this is questions for later. We have a dragon about to kill us.
Oh, you know, that's just a defeatist attitude.
We'll talk about this if we survive this.
Alright, let's see. Oh, Rick.
I
I've
rolled
had that.
7, but again, I didn't plug the thing. Even though it said I did.
Alright. So Wick rolled a 20. Elise, let's see.
I just sort of say mentally right now, Elise is doing the Randy Orton like before he gets set for the RKO, the whole thing of like flipping on his belly and doing the fist slamming into the ground thing.
Oh, above game, I'm excited. We're fighting a fucking red dragon. This is like D&D as shit.
If Enoch saw that, oh great, Elise has finally gone full crazy.
Her adrenaline is spiking right now, and not in the bad way, in the good way. She's never fought a dragon, but this is the best time to start.
Above game, I've never fought a dragon. So this is exciting for me.
Oh yeah. All right.
Actually, wait, no. I fought a dragon. I didn't win against a dragon. I actually got really scared of that dragon.
I am filled with concern.
Above game or in character? Because that's valid on both ends.
Yes.
All right. So, Wick, we'll start with your turn in initiative. What do you do? The dragon is currently. Oh, how long is that? If the fire breath missed you, 30 feet. We'll say the dragon's about 40 feet above you.
40 feet, okay.
As it breathed out with its fire and it just barely missed you.
Okay. Do we see cover anywhere?
Let's go ahead. That is a very good question, Mega Man. We'll say the campfire was right about here. There's kind of a crag. I'll say that's. Let's see. Let's draw that. Is that? There's kind of a 10-foot shelf that's over here, where there's one channel. There's another 10-foot rocky shelf that's over here. There's kind of an undercropping that's over here. That's maybe about 10 foot wide. Yeah, there's an little alcove that's right down over here. And maybe a pile of rocks right there and there. There's that little small pile of rocks where you were camping last night. There's another one over here. Couple bits of rock here and there.
Okay, we have to go modern day shooter. Everyone find cover.
Mm-hmm. Well, for his free action, he's gonna take the little lizard and he's gonna just tuck him safely in his scarf and he just goes,
Just hide in here. You'll be okay.
and he's gonna try to spread out a frickin' little bit, I think. Yeah, we need to spread out. That's probably a good idea. And I'm gonna do... It's... No, he's still high up. Guiding Bolt.
Alright.
15?
A 15 will miss, unfortunately.
Darn.
As you try and shoot for one of the wings, and as it flaps, it just raises the wing up, and the guiding bolt goes underneath it.
That's all I could do.
Alright. That'll bring us to you. Elise! Before your turn starts, I want you to make a quick intelligence check for me.
Okay. 11. That's a save. Doesn't matter too much. It's the same score either way.
You don't know. For some reason, something about this dragon looks familiar to you. You can't quite put your finger on it.
I feel like this might be the thing the one that I saw flying the other day.
Possibly.
Okay. Is it like right in my face, or do I have room to possibly move away?
It's 40 feet above you at this point, so
Okay.
You've got plenty of room underneath it.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just kind of like get right on like the base wall, but I can still like aim. Bonus action, Hunter's Walk with Mr. Dragon Boy, and we're gonna go ahead and fire.
All right.
By the way, Melly,
Inspiration.
Oh yeah, inspiration. And then what were you saying, Zeno?
You don't have my on the order.
Oh, right. You rolled or you said you rolled a 7. Thank you for reminding me. I will add you right in here.
I'm guessing a 13 doesn't hit.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's gonna miss.
Alright, well, still out shot number 2.
All right.
18?
That just hits.
Alright, 8 piercing plus the hunter's mark. That's gonna be 10 damage.
All right.
And then I'll use my last 5 feet of movement to get behind whatever this is.
All right. Let's see. So you are right up.
How high up is this debris / whatever I'm behind?
It's about 5 feet. It's a pile of rocks.
And just as a free action, Elise is gonna say, I don't think I need to say this, but we need to spread out.
All right. Enoch, it's your turn.
Enoch will get over here, spreading out, and then. Well, actually, no. I need to calculate something first. So that would be 5, 10, and up. Okay. So Enoch will only go as far as here, and then summon that spiritual weapon, 40 feet in the air, 22.
22 hits. Roll damage.
Ooh, near max, 11.
Ooh, very nice.
And then for his action, he's going to start blasting because this thing has him utterly terrified. 15 misses, I guess.
Yeah, that's correct. That
All right.
misses.
One more beam. 24.
That will hit. Roll damage.
For 2.
All right.
Enoch is not even going to say anything. He is almost wetting himself in terror. He's basically looking at the equivalent of what was told to him to be a twister. That ends my turn.
All right. Next up will be you, Zeno.
Alright, so above game, I'm excited. In game, Zeno is scared, so he's gonna see where Elise went and run right here to get cover. And
Okay.
he's 40 feet in the air, right?
Yeah, they're 40 feet in the air.
Alright, so lightning bolt. Let's just try this. We gotta get damage on this thing.
All right. That's a wild magic surge, my dude.
Oh!
Oh no. The worst possible time.
Roll 20, please.
All right, go ahead and roll that percentile for me.
Roll 20, you troll.
I need to actually pull up the sheet. I don't even have it up right now.
Oh, don't worry about it. I've got it pinned. 86.
86.
Okay.
I hope this wasn't the same you rolled last time.
Oh no, if it's the same one. Oh no.
Oh! I have
Oh,
to
no.
double check something real quick.
Oh no.
Oh god.
I need to actually come on, load up.
Please
Why
tell
are you
me.
not loading up?
This is an expanded sheet too, so who knows what happened.
That's what I'm trying to.
As you go to
I can cast blur.
Yeah, so good news. The spell lightning bolt does go off, but you also have the effects of blur on yourself. Your body becomes blurred, shifting and wavering to all who can see you for the duration for 1 minute. Any creature has disadvantage on attack rolls against you. An attacker is immune to this effect if it doesn't rely on sight, as with blind sight, or can see through illusions, as with true sight. So,
Thank you, Wild Magic Charm. You did fuck me over this time.
Hey, that's useful.
All right, so
Alright,
go
so
ahead and
yes,
roll for that.
That could have been so much worse.
That could have been a lot worse. That actually turned out really good for me.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's actually gonna fail.
So half of 27 damage.
Nah, it takes the full damage.
Oh, he failed. Okay.
Yeah,
I
he
thought
failed.
said-
Yeah, it failed.
This boy getting zapped.
At least you turn around, you can't even see him, even though he's standing right next to you.
Alright, that will bring us then to Koopalue, who's going to take a cue at 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's gonna dash over here to try and find some cover him on this pile of rocks.
Good. Stay safe, Mood Kindred.
And that brings us to the dragon's turn.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'll find out above
See
game
the
that I-
rest of you underneath. Hold on a second.
While he's looking that up, I'm gonna point out I can learn the spell or above because it's a sorcerer spell. And I'm now kind of tempted on it. I didn't know about this spell.
It's a double-edged
Blur
sword.
is
It is
good.
concentration.
We now return you to your regularly scheduled murder.
We now return to.
First of all, I have to roll for something real quick because... Good news! She does not get her fire breath back.
Oh, we also
Oh, good. It's a
Yes.
good spell.
She's going to look down towards the lot of you and she's going to cry out, "You dare fight with Zindalor, the queen of the fire wastes? You will pay for your insolence!"
Can I respond back since I speak Draconic?
You may.
Hey, to be fair, lady, you attacked us first!
Was that in Draconic or English that she
That was
shouted?
in Draconic.
Okay.
No, you
Yeah.
said in Draconic. He didn't specify.
Yeah, Zeno replied in Draconic. Zindalor was saying that in common.
Okay.
At
Can
which
Dan give a rebuttal? Self-defense!
Enoch's just gonna be like, "Dragons can talk!"
All three are actually, like, in character.
Yes!
So, seeing as how you did the most damage, she's gonna swoop 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She's actually gonna land on the ground right next to Zeno and Elise.
Oh no, this is where I die.
Oh no.
Alright, so Elise, you're gonna get 2 claw attacks, and Zeno, you're gonna get a bite attack. So we'll start with the bite attack.
At disadvantage.
That is true. That's a 17 to hit.
Can I cast shield to block it?
You may, yes.
Alright, so... There's that, and there's that. That's a 4.
Alright, so no
So-
surge again. Ah! As you just see that this massive maw of teeth wreathed in flame as she attempts to bite down on you but misses. Meanwhile, with Elise, that's a miss on the first claw and a 25 on the second to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
So you take 10 points of slashing damage on the second claw attack.
Kind of gets slashed in the shoulder. Kind of holds it for just a second, but her gaze still has not left the dragons.
All right. Well, that concludes Zindalor's turn. That will bring us to Yuki.
Okay. Gonna bark and give advantage.
Yep. Kawasha's going to run back over here. Because he hasn't had a chance to do it yet today, he's gonna cast Bark Skin upon himself.
Good man.
Best decision. Bark skin with fire dragon.
I mean, it's additional protection.
It's like dead wood. It's very strong.
Okay.
It's petrified wood. It's fine.
As long as
Alright.
it's petrified, because dead wood would burn twice as fast.
Okay, that'll bring us to you then, Dan.
Alright. Okay. Alright, she's on the ground now. If I were to stand there and cast Witch Bolt, would I be able to do that without my friends being in the way?
You could, yeah. She's, a large-sized creature.
And we're behind a wall.
I'll say she has partial cover from that pile of rocks, but you can still attempt to shoot her.
Okay. And I can't stand on this space right here to get a better shot, could I? Because it's like the edge of the rocks.
You could lean on it, I'd say. But
Okay.
you can't end your turn there.
Alright. Then yeah, I'm gonna try and get as good a shot as I can.
Alright.
And I'm going to, it's a single target, so I'm going to cast Witch Bolt at 3rd level. Okay, public roll, I have to do that first. Oh, okay, so I guess it's after I do the damage. But I'm guessing 13 won't hit.
That is correct. Yeah, your Witch Bolt just shoots off of the rocks right next to Elise's head as the rocks go, the chips and fragments shoot past Elise's head, and she kind of flinches for a little bit, but it does not find purchase on the dragon.
Behind this pile of rocks now. Let's see, how much further could I go? Because that was 15 feet to there. So... yeah, let's just, stand right over here. And that'll
Alright.
end.
Alright, that'll bring us back to the top of the turn order and Wick.
Alright, I'm gonna hippity hop my way over here. I'm not going to quite be able to get up to him. I am
Wait a
going...
minute. I just realized something. I would have had advantage because Yuki was barking at her.
Oh yeah! Well, with the 18 there, plus the partial cover, that still wouldn't have hit her.
Damn.
Yeah, it's not going to be very useful. Curses, I thought that was 60 feet. Oh well.
Looking at Bless.
I was looking at Bless.
Oh. Maybe hold on to that.
Yeah, I will. For the time being, perhaps some advantage if I hit? 21!
21 will hit.
21. I know I should have said this. Can I cast this at a 3rd level?
Yeah, I'll allow you the chance to declare that as you're going to cast it, if that was your intention.
Yeah.
Alright, ooh, 18 points of radiant damage, okay. Alright. So that was your action, and I'm guessing that will be your turn then?
Yeah, I don't have a bonus action.
Alright, Elise, you're standing toe-to-toe with a dragon, what do you do?
Alright, gotta move just kind of against the wall here, and then she's gonna look up, and then, assuming I can just speak as a free action,
Mm-hmm.
she'll just say to the dragon in common, taking down a dragon would have been rewarding enough for us, but the fact that you're a queen is gonna make this all the more satisfying.
You may certainly try, mortal.
Assuming a 15 will not hit.
That is correct. You try to shoot with the longbow, but it just bounces off of the hardy scales on her chest.
Alright. Second shot. 29.
29. Wait, I just realized you would have had advantage on the first shot.
Yep.
And
Oh,
that
okay.
20 would have hit. So,
Yep.
yeah, both shots hit.
Alright, so the first shot is going to be 5 piercing plus... Hunter's Mark is still on her, so 5 points of Hunter's Mark, and plus a Slayer is another 5 points.
So 15 total damage on that first round.
Yep. And then the second attack would be 7 piercing, plus the Hunter's Mark is 2, so 9 damage.
Alright. Oddly enough, yeah, she's looking particularly rough as you go and pepper her with arrows.
Alright. And then I will risk an attack of opportunity as I will try to circle around this debris.
Alright, yeah, she's gonna go ahead and bite you.
35.
That's a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So that's gonna be... So that plus... You take 18 points of piercing damage, plus... 4 points of fire damage.
So 22 total.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Yeah, Elise is looking a little rough, but she gets to hear her hit and manages to skirt away. And then bonus action, since I haven't used that yet this turn, I'm gonna go ahead and second wind.
Alright.
So that's a D10 plus 1. And I will... Actually, I have it right here. I'm gonna heal for 5 real quick.
Alright.
And that is turn.
Okay. Zeno, it's now your turn as you two
Wait,
are
it-
currently
it
standing
just
right
skipped-
next to a dragon.
They just skipped
Yeah,
me.
but it can't. Can it still see me though?
Ah!
Milla, the turn order just skipped me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Enoch. I'm sorry, I completely missed it. I did it again! Ah, Enoch!
Alright, well, while Enoch moves, he's going to try to slowly move his spiritual weapon, which is still 40 feet in the air, but the 20 feet at least gets it right above Zalindra.
Mm-hmm.
Does the help action last until Yuki's next turn, or is that only for one attack?
That was only for one attack.
All
So
right.
that was
is-
for... That was for Wix. I'm trying to figure out when Elise went on that, but...
Oh yeah, I think guiding bolt gives advantage, right?
Yeah.
For one attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause I was
and
thinking all
Elise
the way
used that
back
for
to
third.
Yuki's help action, so I'm like,
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah, which Yuki's help action was used for the Witch Bolt, but that still missed.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Enoch?
Yeah, Enoch's just gonna be like, I can't believe I'm doing this. Hey, you overgrown lizard! And at which point he will start blasting it. 18
That will just hit. Roll damage.
for 8. And then second blast. 23. Another 8, so 16 total.
Alright.
And while my hammer just looms ominously above it, that's all I can do. Just try and get its attention away from Elise and Zeno, who will probably die if this thing attacks it.
Oh boy, yeah.
That's it for me.
Alright. Koopalue is going to peek his head all over there.
You skipped my turn now.
Oh, right. Zeno, I'm sorry. Ah. Still toe to toe with that dragon. What do you do? God, I did 2 turns in a row. I'm so sorry.
So if I move, will I attack of opportunity because I'm blurred?
No, because it uses reaction to bite Elise. So
Alright.
she does not currently have a reaction open.
Whoa! Right over here. Just to where like I'm farther away. And then I'm
Alright.
gonna cast Shatter right where I was, so it'll just hit her and only her.
Okay, roll another magic surge. Roll your d20 for your surge.
I'm rolling it. That's a nat 20.
You're fine. No surge.
And I'm gonna cast it at second level, so normal
Okay.
Shatter.
Alright, Constitution saving throw.
DC 14. Alright, take that 17 damage, please. I'm attacking with nothing but thunder attacks this entire time.
Yeah, she fails actually. Alright, yep, you just hear a loud echoing boom as that will be her turn.
I believe Hunter's Mark goes away with a 12 con save. I just remembered to do that.
Let's see. Yeah, with 24, well, wait. That was 22? So your DC would have been at 11, so you just passed your save.
Okay, so it's still up.
Yeah. Koopalue they're just gonna stay right there.
We're not
And
giving you
it's-
dragon money.
And it's Cindalor's turn. Oh no. I have to roll for something. Oh, thank God. Okay, she does not get her flame weapon or flame breath back. You will rue this day, mortals. Mark my words, I will have my vengeance. And she's going to take off into the sky and fly and dash 160 feet away.
Howard!
Why would you antagonize them?
I mean, she's going to try and get revenge on us anyway. What's being smug about beating her for once going to do?
She could
Make her
attack us in our
slightly angrier?
sleep.
And if I was over next to you, I'd slap you right now. Oh, wait. Walks over
Alright.
and slaps him.
So, question, does anybody
Well,
have
we
any
have
spells
her.
at a range of 160 feet?
No,
mean,
only
I
at 1D.
if I
have
walk-
Moonbeam at 120, yeah.
Yeah, I could walk 30 feet and then be in range.
I would have to dash to get to 160.
Alright, so let's continue initiative then to Enoch.
All right, fine. I'll just be like, I would rather not have vengeance. Eldritch Blast. 16.
Miss.
Natural 1.
And that will also miss.
Give her something to think about. Oh, wait a
Alright,
second.
Zeno.
Oh, I could have just realized it. Oh, actually, no. Never mind.
Okay, so I would actually, or dash is a bonus action, right?
Dashing is an action.
So if I dash, I would still be in range then.
Yeah,
Because-
because you would move 30 feet.
And then
She's
dash and dash.
100
She's
Yeah,
160, you said, so
Well, no,
Yep.
you move 30 feet, then she's at 130.
Oh.
yeah, and I'm still 30
Yeah.
feet short from lightning bolts.
I mean, I can try it and.
But wait, fireball. But I'm not gonna do that.
Hmm.
Or shatter 60. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
really have-
that's right. Which reminds me, Elise, if you wanted to, you could also try and take some shots at her because she's
Yeah.
still technically in range.
Technically, I mean, I'll move to get closer. I don't have Hunter's Mark because she's out of range of that, so that would fall off.
Mm-hmm.
But
Are you
with this,
sure? Once
yeah.
you mark something that technically I think it's got a mile radius, you just have to first see them.
Yeah.
It's the casting that is.
Okay.
Yeah, the
not
casting's
range.
in range, but yeah,
okay,
it's still technically
then
on
it's
her.
still on. All right, I'll go ahead and roll a couple times, see what we got. That'll hit 25.
Yeah.
9 piercing. Plus
I was gonna say, you
hunters.
have sharpshooter, don't you?
Nope.
Oh, you don't have sharpshooter. All right. So yeah, that's 14, 23
That's
points of
23
damage.
points of damage
Yep.
for shot number 1.
Shot number 2.
And shot number 2, big money.
18 now
18.
still hit.
6 piercing plus not Colossus Slayer. 4 Hunter's Mark, so that's 10 damage. 10 damage total.
Yeah, she lets out a painful roar as she's still barely hanging on. All right. So then that will bring the only other person that could possibly be in range would be
Dan, I believe.
Dan. Yeah.
All right. The only spell that I have that would get her is the tried and true Moonbeam. Oh wait, no, it was right there. So let's cast Moonbeam at 3rd level.
All
And
right.
she has to make that con saving throw.
Yep.
Take 22 damage. Or half.
She passes.
Alright, so she'll take 11 damage.
11. All right.
Was waiting for her, but that was just enough to kill her.
Not quite. All right, Elise, it's your turn. You're the only other person that could be in range.
I mean,
Alright.
if I move on this one, I can be in range because I already moved the 30.
But we're still doing initiative.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm assuming she isn't dashing every turn that passes.
Yeah, she would be dashing, yeah.
Alright.
But
Last gasp. I'll just, for the sake of things, I'll move 35 feet up. 26.
that'll hit.
7 piercing, and then Colossus and Hunters.
So, Elise, how do you want to do this?
Oh my fucking
She's
god.
trying to fly away, and just with one gasp, she just screams out in common. "You'll never get the chance!" and lets it fly.
As it flies, it strikes true at her spine, and she lets out a painful roar. And as a god of flame exits her maw, and as she plummets to the earth, crashing below. That concludes combat. And that will also conclude our session for tonight.
Real quick, I want to
See, no
guys,
issue.
we just killed a dragon.
Enoch just
Oh my-
crumples to his knees with a tear coming out of his human eye. How did we
Like,
survive that?
How did we survive that?
Because we're awesome, clearly.
Of course.
Look, there's being awesome, and then there's a dragon, and we somehow weren't able to beat dragon. How is that possible? We should be dead.
Huh?
Like, you're lucky that she wasted her flame breath to try and scare you guys, and she never got that flame weapon back. Oh my god.
Elise
Yep.
isn't even
Yeah.
waiting. She's just full on, just primal sprint to wherever the dragon fell.
Dan's casually walking after Elise because he's also interested in possibly getting anything out of it. It's just a damn shame I don't have any vials to collect blood with.
Just real quick, I'm gonna roll survival to carve this fucking dragon.
Alright, well, actually, like I said, as the dragon plummets, there might be other implications that are going on. Like I said, we'll leave off the session right here, but we'll resolve the additional aftermath and survival checks going on to that next week.
Okay.
Yeah, above game, guys. We might have accidentally fucked up.
Nah, we're fine.
I mean, I was not expecting you to be able to kill her outright, but
I
well,
I don't
I mean,
think
worst
any
case
of us
scenario,
were,
we'll
Bill.
deal with cultists.
We are
I was pretty confident.
We're also all technically DPS. We couldn't
Like, the
survive
second
fighting
she
her
started
head-on.
running, I knew we'd basically won. As long as we could get her before she could leave.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's start winding down now because I know several people here probably need to start getting ready to head out.
Yeah.
So starting off, Caitlin, where can they find you?
Hello, I'm Caitlin C37. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Caitlin C37, where I do art. Commissions are open, so if you want anything like that, this is where you can find me.
Fantastic. Milla, how you doing?
Oh, I've been hanging in there, but you can find me on Twitter at Middle Ninja Nerd, where I also occasionally tweet about going live at twitch.tv/Middle Ninja. I'm not sure about streams this. I might do a stream tomorrow for Legends Arceus. Depends upon other stuff I got going on. Thursday I'll be sitting in with a friend, playing through Undertale. Basically, it was a long lost gift. I gave to her, and she's invited me on to sit with her as she plays it. Also, check me out on Mondays, twitch.tv/LeJake for Trials of Eagles, where I play Rugar, the half-elf Bladesinger wizard. And, yeah, that's it for little old me.
Alrighty. Chaco, where can they find you?
Hi, you can find me on Twitter, ChocoZombie101, Twitch ChocoZombie101. I don't stream. Off time, just bought Horizon Forbidden West. Been having a lot of fun with that game. I really love the first one, and so far the second one is not disappointing. And I also just bought the Witch Queen for Destiny 2, and I've been playing that. So
Awesome. Sounds like a fun time. DeLuna, where can they find you?
Freaking out that we just killed a dragon at DA Luna 1338 on Twitter.
Yeah, no.
Like,
I'll be joining you as soon as I take a Zoloft.
So, aside from that, speaking of Twitter, follow that because I'm gonna be posting. Like, I have a couple of builds up. Like, one of them, I'll actually ask you guys about the after we're done because it's something that kind of might involve you guys. Another one is a surprise for somebody, and then two of them are paid commissions that I'm waiting on the parts to arrive. But yeah, so expect a lot of glamour shots of the rig once they're done.
Alrighty, sounds good. And finally, Draco, how you doing, buddy?
Everyone, you can find me on YouTube as Draco Magnius, and here on Twitch at Draco_Magnius. I'm playing through Omori right now every Wednesday and Friday at 10 p.m. We've been looking for our friend Basil in, I mean, I guess it's some sort of dream world. It's kind of hard to tell exactly what's going on, but I get the feeling that's what's going on. And we were looking for him, but instead we've decided we're going to watch a show with pink-haired Hatsune Miku. I mean, Sweetheart. That's her name. Yeah. So that'll be interesting.
Alrighty, looking forward to that. And you can find me here at twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn, where Saturday, Session 1, Saved by the Spell, we're heading to Strixhaven with all subclasses created by yours truly. We've got myself, the Arcane Matrix Wizard. We have Zymocyte, the School of Martial Spellcraft Wizard. We have X Wily Willy, our resident meme smith, playing as a Circle of the Earth's Druid. And finally, we have our boy CG, who you can't find anywhere on social media. He's too cool for that. Playing as a Heavenly Blade rogue. So look forward to that. Also, I should shout out our DM extraordinaire, Jay Frost. But aside from that, we gotta find someone to raid. And yeah, if we've got Grizzly on, Grizzly's one of my best friends, one of my oldest ones that I've met here online. So anytime I get a chance to raid him, that's gonna happen. So just let me type this on in. And how about the raid be Dragons Be Bitches?
I would just say we just killed a dragon. Or we
No,
killed a
'cause-
dragon.
I'm kind of like in the holy shit we lived. There's no context.
It would help if I typed in the raid command first.
It might, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm totally a professional streamer, but we should also end that on quote of the night going to Caitlin for Wick going submit. Okay.
Again, like I'm trying to do cool lines, and I actually had one, and it didn't make it.
There's always next time. Everyone has had at least one. Everyone's had at least one. But,
Yeah.
all right, let's just do "we lived" all caps exclamation points. Let them know so that way they start asking. But otherwise, stay tuned for next week where we find out the implications of killing a dragon. I'm sure we'll be
Yep.
fine.
It's fine.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nothing bad ever happens from killing a dragon.
No, I mean,
Mhm.
there's a horde somewhere. We could get paid.
It's true.
What
Yeah.
could possibly go wrong?
All right.
Shrug.
See you guys all later.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.